Hello and welcome back to Three Knocks at Midnight. I am your host, Gato,
My name is Gabe.
and today, as you can see, we're doing a face reveal. Introducing ourselves not just in voice, but visually as well. We figured it was time
After 5 episodes.
after like 8 episodes. Um, we decided to do a face reveal because we want to tell some ghost stories and we want to share our reactions to it. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that facial reactions are kind of important to that.
I know I'm a very expressive person with my eyes. And the fact that my eyes are getting cut off, I gotta do some mouth animation, which is, it's cheesy and not genuine.
Indeed. So, for today's episode, what we are going to do is we're going to tell some stories that I found on TikTok under the horror or ghost stories, where people just tell their personal stories on paranormal experiences that they've experienced. I feel like that was a mouthful. But all credit goes to them. We will put their names, we'll say their names, and we're just saying the transcript of what they say in the video. So if you ever want to go check them out yourselves, feel free. We're not really cutting anything out, we're saying it straight out of the video, as if they were subtitles that we're reading for you. Does that sound good?
Yes. I mean, you did mention you edited out all the likes and likes. And
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we got a comment on one of our other videos. I guess the transcript had a little too much Valley Girl in it, so
And one of these videos, she had the same type of speech. There's a lot of like every other word, so I went ahead and took that out. The story still makes sense, and we're not cutting out anything important. We're making it better for you.
what if it does enhance the story though? The Valley Girl esque line, that's why I left it in, because what if it's part of the story? These
No.
stories we haven't read ahead of time. At least I haven't. So when I was reading the likes, I was like, man, there's a lot of likes, but
Yeah,
maybe it's part of the story, but it wasn't.
it'll be okay. So I've read the first two. The third one I haven't heard it. I haven't read it. I just did a little bit of a transcript magic without proofreading it, so we'll both be surprised with that one.
All right.
Hopefully it's good. All of these have been really good, so I would doubt it if it wasn't.
All right. Let's get into it.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and read the first one?
Yeah, let's read this first one. This one is from at Jordan D. Pascal. So hopefully I read that right. He says, I have a story, and the photo will be at the end. I just want to preface by saying, like any time I tell this story to someone new, they never believe me. Even when I show them the photo, they're like, that was edited. That's not real. So all I can say is I swear on my life that this is true. The photo was not doctored in any way, shape, or form. This happened a decade ago, and I've been telling the story and showing the same photo to my friends and family for the past decade. I promise you this is not fake. I went to school in Dahlonega, Georgia. It's in the North Georgia mountains. There's a lot of history there, a lot of ghost stories. It's like when one of the first major gold rushes happened in America. My husband and I think he was my fiance at that point in time, but we went on a ghost tour that was held in our college town. This ghost tour, you go to local buildings and areas that are supposedly haunted. There's a tour guide who tells you stories. I mean, it's a typical ghost tour. We were in the front of this house, and I have been taking pictures the whole tour. But for some, he's in the house. I just felt like I really needed to capture something. I don't know. I felt the urge to get my phone out and start taking photos. I ended up walking away from the group. The group was to my right, and I walked over maybe 20 feet or so to the left, just to be alone and to get some closer photos of the house. My husband can attest to this because he stayed with the group. He saw me go off to the left. He saw that no one was near me. I started taking photos of the house. I don't notice anything strange at the time, but it wasn't until 10 minutes later that I was flipping through the photos that I noticed a face in the bottom left corner of this photo. It almost looks like a face with two black holes for eyes. Like a woman, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I show it to the tour guide, and she is shocked because, again, there's no explanation for what it could be. There were no animals around me. Someone asked if it could have been an owl. It wasn't an owl. There were no people around me. It's very clear. When you see the photo, you'll be like, oh, we were shocked. The host of the ghost tour was shocked. It's even creepier. That night when we headed back to our car after the ghost tour, it was in a public parking lot. We're walking up to the car, and I noticed that the passenger seat door is wide open. All the lights are on in the car. I get up there, and my purse is in the front seat. Just nothing had been taken. The door was just wide open, and the lights were on for no reason. We definitely did not leave it that way. That was weird. Anyways, I'm going to put the photo here so you can see it. We did eventually try to brighten the photo up to see if you could see anything else, but it still just looks like a head and a neck. I don't know. Again, it's a story that stuck with me for the past decade. I still get chills when I think about it. I have goosebumps on my arm right now. I feel like someone's watching me, too. I'm getting paranoid. Okay. I'm getting some chills. Getting some chills
Yeah.
from
Okay.
that.
Wait till you see this picture,
Oh
because
my gosh, I'm gonna get
so I
freaked
was
out.
listening to this story,
Okay.
and it reminded me a little bit about the ghost tours here in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Have you been on that one at all?
No, that's something I've been wanting to do though.
Ooh, maybe we should go
Yeah.
this coming fall. But there's a part where you go to the old train station,
Yeah.
and there's a story about the lady in purple, or the purple lady or something like that.
Okay.
If you, I don't know, have you guys heard of this story? Whether you're in Salt Lake or not, I mean, I know some of these stories are uh, more like not just like state, but I think even Ghost Adventures or something
Oh,
like that
yeah.
did an episode on it. Anyway, um, they tell us this story while we're at the train station, and they show us some pictures, and it's like you can tell that it looks like a face. You know, you can Google this, a purple lady in Salt Lake City, and you can kind of see it. But I mean, it's an old camera. It could be just like shape of the trees or something.
Okay.
But it's kind of like, yeah, I guess I can see it, and it is creepy to look at. I was expecting the same with this, and then I saw the picture.
Oh geez, okay. You're hyping it
Okay,
way too much, man. I'm getting
all right,
creeped
man.
out.
All right, man. Here you go. Here's the picture. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you guys as well.
Oh jeez. Oh my.
Isn't that creepy?
Oh my. That is pretty creepy. Do I want to zoom in? Oh my god. I don't want to zoom in.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm getting creeped out.
It's pretty creepy looking. Cause like it looks. I mean, it kind of looks like somebody's there, but also like it's really just a floating head and
It,
neck.
it could be, my first impression was a woman wearing like a black shirt with a pretty shallow neck, V-neck, like curved neck type thing, but then she'd have a really long neck.
That is kind of a long neck. Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. That picture is kind of creepy. I can. It's funny that she was talking about how people thought maybe uh they were looking at an owl.
Yeah.
Like I guess I can see that, but it's very clearly not an owl.
Oh man, that's creepy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it kind of startled me when I first saw it. So that was cool.
But she's like half smiling too a bit.
She knew she
Like she
was getting
wasn't
hurt.
ready to take a photo type. You know those photos where like you're walking up to somebody and they take a picture of you
Yeah,
and
you
you
have
weren't
like a
ready?
half like
Yeah, right?
kind
That's
of
what it
like half
looks like.
blinking. That's still very very
But
very
why is
creepy.
it so clear? I mean
That's
it's
the
blurry,
thing.
but
It no, but it's like it's very clearly the shape of a head, of
it's
a
a head.
face.
Yeah, you can see a face.
And then like the contrast between the face and the house in the background, like it's just I think that's what makes it even creepier. It makes it seem like this thing is very, very close to her.
I mean, I just want to know, is there a body? Is there a body attached to this head, or is it just
I
a
don't
floating
know.
head?
That's the thing. And it just apparently it just appeared for the one picture. So
Okay, let me try to break this down. As a
do
lighting
it.
person, right? We're both lighting
Yeah.
person. It looks
Mm-hmm.
like this is lit from a high. It's lit from it's a light above her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we establishing, is it established that it's a woman? This looks like a woman's head, right?
It looks like a woman, yeah.
And it looks like the light, because you could see the shadow on below her chin, right? But then the rest of the environment isn't even lit. So I wonder if I send it to ChatGPT, see what it says.
It's just the fact that that neck is so
It's so
long.
long, right?
Cause like even if you say like okay, well not everything's the neck, right? Like maybe
Right.
it's a low cut, like
Yeah.
a V cut, and the hair is like covering part of it or something like that. It still looks like it would be a very weird long neck.
I'm getting creeped out, man. I just heard a noise from downstairs, and I'm starting to freak out. Oh shoot. Oh, okay, here's what ChatGPT says. The image appears to be quite dark, making it challenging to discern specific details. However, it seems to show an individual standing outside at night with a partially visible building or structure in the background. The time indicated in the top left corner is 23:10, suggesting it was taken at night. The building in the background looks like it might be under construction or possibly abandoned, given its incomplete appearance. The person in the foreground is partially illuminated, making them visible despite the overall darkness. That's that's my assessment too.
Well, that's the thing is like everything else is so dark.
Yeah,
Why would her face be so bright? I
like it's not like a shutter thing because
mm-mm.
it doesn't look smeared, right?
It doesn't, no.
Is that
It
uh
looks like the person is just standing there
what is that white thing? Let's see.
behind her. I
Could
think
it
it's
be a
just a
street
light.
light?
Yeah, it just looks like
Looks
a
like a
lamp.
light source. I thought it was like the moon or something. Possibly the moon or an artificial
Uh,
light positioned in the sky behind the building. Okay, that's enough. Does the person look like a woman or man? Eeh. I'm just gonna close this photo. It's creeping me out too much.
yeah, I closed it down already.
Oh man, that's a good one. Yeah. This is what I want. This is the
Yeah, good
stuff.
stories. Good
Yes.
stories.
The person in the image appears to have long hair and a slender build, which might suggest they are a woman, but the darkness and low resolution of the image makes it difficult to determine their gender with certainty. That's great.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I love this type of story. This is definitely a step up from the urban
Right?
legends
Yeah.
we've talked about before. So, guys, in the comments, if you have stories, really, we would love it if you told us these stories. Like, this is what we want to read. We want to tell creepy ghost stories, things
Yes.
that we can't necessarily debunk so easily like we have before in the past.
Yeah.
Um, let's get scared together.
This is what this is what we dream it to be.
Yes,
I like the
indeed.
chills. I like the creepiness. It's rare for me to feel this way. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
good, good. All right. Should we move on to the next story?
Yep. Next one.
It's a little bit shorter, but this one comes from a user called Brenna, or at Brenna. Okay, I have video footage of this I will share at the end. Nobody thinks it's real. It seems like it's doctored footage, but it's not, I swear. All my life, basically, both my sister and my old roommate used to work at this music school daycare center for kids in the Upper East Side. The music classes would happen upstairs, but downstairs in the basement, there was this daycare situation, and you had to work down there. And they both hated being down there. And I had been down there a few times too, and it's really scary. You know, you're just gonna feel like get a feeling about a place that's in the basement, and it was horrible. They would both hear voices when their co-teacher hadn't showed up yet, or the cleaner would go downstairs and all the toys would be arranged in a circle. They would be in tears saying, "Are you guys playing a prank on me? Because you got me. I seriously don't feel safe here." The kids would all say really creepy things like, "There's a really mean guy in the tunnel," like a little play tunnel thing, or "There's someone mean over in the dark corner of the basement." So when COVID hit, obviously no one was going into the daycare. It essentially shut down, but the owners installed cameras just in case anything happened while they weren't there, and it picked up the most insane thing ever. It's a minute and a half long, so here you go.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Okay, you ready to watch this?
Oh my gosh. Okay. You know, ever since you showed me that other video, it was like on YouTube. They have a scary videos 41, 30. It's like a whole series of them. That one creepy. The bed one that you showed me. That one creeped me out.
I don't remember that
The
one.
little girl that gets sucked into the bunk bed under the bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oosh.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I'm ready. I am ready.
Okay, can you see that pretty well?
Oh shoot. Okay.
There we go. It does take a minute. Actually, no, it starts right away.
Okay. Creepies. I'm getting. Oh, okay. Yep. Goosebumps. Yep. What the frick? That's too. Huh? What was that?
You see that little
Yeah, that little mouse.
come on, a little mouse. I don't know what it is. It's really bright. It's creepy.
My first instinct is a mouse. That has to be a mouse.
Mm.
The one that's creeping me out is the
Oh jeez, that scared the crap out of me. I've seen this video and it still scared me.
uh, uh, uh. What the frick? Nah. Nope. Can't be real. That can't be real. That cannot be real.
So, okay. To be fair, a lot of these videos are fake.
Right?
Like a lot of the things that you see online on YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, all that stuff, a lot of them get debunked all the time. Like, and fairly easy. And honestly, looking at this video, I wouldn't. Okay, when it comes to like movements,
Yeah.
you can kind of fake them sometimes. The way that little thing
The
stopped
rocking
was
thing.
yeah, the rocking was a little weird the way it stopped though. Because I feel like that's something that you have to like add force against the swaying of it to make it stop the way that it did.
Yeah.
Um, that little
Hmm.
orb thing that you say was a mouse.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was a mouse because I feel like one mice are faster than that, and it just didn't look like one. It literally looked like an orb.
It just looked like a rectangular, cylindrical, blurry pill moving across the ground.
Yeah. And as far as like the tray of things like getting knocked over and the toy truck,
Yeah.
uh, I mean that those are creepy things. If that happened, I mean, I
Here's
would
my
get
thing. Like
very
it,
freaked out. But
yeah. It got me for the rocking, right? And then the thing showed up, and then the basket thing flew off the table, and then the toy peeks out and starts coming towards the camera. Like that's a lot happening in a short amount of time,
mm-hmm.
to the point of like it becomes unbelievable. Like it startled me when the basket came off, but then I was like, this is becoming too much.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I I don't know, man. I've
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
things. I've seen uh one of my favorite arguments for this type of video is like, why do ghosts even knock things over,
Yeah.
shut doors, open
Yeah.
doors, and stuff like
Yeah.
that? But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, sure,
Yeah. Yeah.
but also what okay, if we go into it and eliminate every physical possibility and things are getting knocked over on their own, doors are opening and closing, what if it truly is like an entity just trying to communicate somehow, and it's just trying to use whatever energy it has available, because obviously it's not in our physical realm, and all it
Right.
can do is like trigger things here and there, or maybe something gets like uh knocked over. It's like
Okay.
have you seen Ghost?
The
Patrick
movie?
Swayze?
Yeah.
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 Demi Moore,
Yep.
Patrick
Yep.
Swayze.
Yep.
When he turns into a ghost, he sees another ghost at the at the in the subway, and he's flicking stuff, right? He's like moving things and whatnot. And he tries to do the same thing and he can't. He's like, no, focus, you can do it. And then he finally like kicks something and the
Right.
camera goes
Right.
flying out.
Yep.
So it's like, what if it is actually something like that where they're just trying to show that they're there, and that's just the only way they can do it?
Yeah, but then why is it always, why, if that's the thing, then why haven't loved ones reached out to family members? You don't hear stories of, oh, I really missed my loved one, it passed away, and then he knocked a glass off my table to show me he's there, you know? Like, how come we don't hear those stories?
Because they're not scary.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
That's a mystery one. But what do you guys think? We're open for debate.
Yeah,
I don't want to just knock off things and like
right.
debunk them. Um,
Like if
but I
if
want
if it
to
was just the rocking thing, that would have got me.
be a little bit more
But then it got too
believable.
much. These ghosts are trying too hard.
Possibly, possibly.
You know, we have something like that locally too.
What do you mean
Apparently,
locally?
uh, Brittany would say, I guess they would. You know, they're the Pioneer Women Museum downtown Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Apparently, the basement or the downstairs is haunted, and there's
Oh.
stories. I've been told stories of security cams. It's picked up some stuff, so that might be another place we could visit. I've been wanting to go there,
Ooh. If it's
but
available, I think we should go.
yeah,
Do we bring a camera with us?
of course, of course. Maybe not our big ones. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm buying a film camera, so
Oh, okay.
So
Should I
maybe
get
we
one
could
of
take
those
some.
tape recorders?
Ooh, ooh. Now that would be old school.
Do some white noise.
Yeah,
That movie was so lame, by the way, but yeah.
yeah, it was. I agree.
Because it was in the height of, tangent, but it was the height of, the whole white noise thing. Like there was like all these tapes that came out, saying "get out of my house" and all that stuff. And so I guess they made this movie. And so when the trailer came out, I was so hyped up. I was like, "Sweet, they're making a movie about this stuff I've been interested in." Watched the movie, so disappointed.
Disappointed.
Yeah,
No, that
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. All
All right,
right,
next and last story for today's podcast.
all right. So this story is by Audacity. Oh, Audacity at Audacity.
Audacity.
All right, let's see how this one seems pretty long. When I was 8 years old, my family and I moved to a small town in the Midwest, and it was a farm town. It was built in the early 1800s. Hundreds. It was, I think, it was part of like a homestead or act or something, and it was, had a bunch of acres, a barn that had burnt down, like it was in an active farm back then. Lots of history. People definitely passed away on the property that we knew for sure. And man, it was like very obvious as a child. I was super intuitive and I didn't know what to do with that intuition. So naturally, I got a Ouija board.
We both shake our heads.
Yeah. And of course, I dragged along my best friend and my sister and a couple other times. Uh, wait, I dragged along my best friend and my sister and a couple of other times, a couple of other friends on this Ouija board journey where we would go and sit at the top of the stairs to the basement. And we would turn all the lights off and turn candles on and then ask this thing questions. And it responded. And I don't tell people the story, it sounds psycho. The fact that other people are there to verify all of these things and validate gives me inner peace. But I don't tell people, but it worked. And unlike what I thought would happen when it would move, even when we'd lift all our hands off of it, it's still moving. It's how aggressively it moved. It wasn't gentle, it was like very sharp. And so much time would pass when we were in there talking to this entity as well. We would think 10 minutes would go by and it would be 2 hours. Insane. Being little kids, we wanted to know questions and answers like who are we going to marry when we grow up, or how many kids are we going to have, or just questions like that. And every single time we start, it would give us answers at first. It would tell us about it. It would tell us about itself. We would say, "What's your name?" And it would just say demon, DMON, over and over again. When we would ask questions about me, at first it would look like give us answers, and then it would just spell wow, BITCH repeatedly. But BATCH, 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 horrifying. Any other question about me? Also, sorry if it seems lackluster. I already told this whole story and deleted it. It was so freaky. Also, having like visuals of hands reaching towards the planchet in the candlelight flicker. The entity gave us details saying that it was buried in the cemetery, a cemetery that was local, like the name was legit. It gave us, I think, either a plot number or it was just the last name, and we did go there and we found it. It was crazy.
I like how when she said that she pulled out a Ouija board, we both just
I know.
shook our heads.
Oh my gosh.
You should know you don't mess with Ouija
Yeah,
boards.
never. With candles too? Oh, you're just asking for it.
I remember when I played with a Ouija board when I was younger, and things happened.
Why, man? I would
I was
never.
I was very little. I didn't understand it. Well, it was like third grade, and
Okay.
a friend brought it to school, and so we were like, oh, we can ask it questions, and it tells us about the. It was like she said, like you want to know like who likes who and
Mm-hmm.
who what are you gonna end up doing in the future, stuff like that. Like we're dumb kids, right?
Yeah.
I only played it one time, and I don't even remember the question or anything like that. I just remember, we had our hands on it, and like it's like moving, and they're like, "Oh no, you're moving it." I'm like, "No, I'm not," and blah 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 blah. Um, it wasn't until I told my mom about it, and she like freaked out on me, and she's like, "Never play that. Don't touch it again." Um, and yeah, it was creepy.
You know what I don't understand is why it's sold in stores. It's like beside Monopoly, you know? You want to
True.
fight with your family, and now you can fight with the dead with the Ouija board. Oh my gosh, what? Like, I don't
You know,
understand.
I went to the hospital one time. This was recent. This was I think October of last year.
Yeah.
uh, I was at the hospital and in the gift shop in there, they had a Ouija board on full display. Like it was like a centerpiece of their gifts. And I was just like, I mean, I guess if you want to talk to a recently deceased one or something, I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny, but also kind of terrifying at the same time.
That is
Like
so normal.
it made me uncomfortable to an extent to see a Ouija board at the hospital. But yeah, it I always thought it was kind of interesting how they have that at toy stores, like again, just next to like any kids games and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
I
right?
don't know. I know there's people that don't believe in it. I just don't mess with it. It's too much.
Oh, yeah, I don't I don't know why. I'm like reading the Wikipedia of the Ouija board. Like I've seen videos explaining why, you know, it moves when you don't think it's moving. Like it's a collective mind thing that happens where subconsciously uh your hands
It's actually moving it.
your hands are moving it, but all of you are taking turns moving it. So there might be moments where you're not touching it, but it's moving because everyone else has been influenced by the direction it's been going. So it gives the impression that it's moving by
Like
itself, right?
power of suggestion.
Yep, exactly.
This girl says that it moved very sharply. Like I can understand
Yeah,
when you're like playing and then
right.
it like slowly moves and stuff like that. But if it like feels like it's getting janked out of your hands, like that's different. Well, I just get chills thinking about that.
Yeah.
But um that is creepy. Yeah, I don't think I would like to mess with the Ouija board. But I'll gladly talk to somebody who has.
Yeah. If you guys have any stories about your Ouija board experiences, let us know in the comments. Let us know. And whether you like this, if you want to hear more Ouija board stories. Oh, man.
Yeah, let us know if you like this format. And I mean if you do, and I think I would like to do this again. I'll clean up the dialogue a little bit better because
Just
there's a
chat
couple of
GPT and have him remove all the
I
likes.
yeah.
I tried my best on that last story, by the way. There was double the amount of likes in that one.
Yeah, there's a few. We'll be better prepared, but I do enjoy these stories.
Yeah.
And if they come with pictures, even better.
And that's, I mean,
Or
we don't edit
videos.
them because we want to both be surprised as we read these stories. Like I love the surprise.
Yeah. But again, I'm happy to do it if you're the one reading it because then you'll be surprised and you do have good facial expressions.
Oh man, it's yeah. This was a good one.
What you guys think? If you liked it, please leave a big thumbs up. Subscribe so you can accompany us in our next ghost stories episode. And We'll see you guys next time. My name is Gato.
And my name is Gabe.
Peace.